Yo, this is Ask Wrestlings, where we get you, the people, to ask us Wrestlings, the Mandem, some questions. Got our first question from our guy, Mr. Frimpong. Big up every single time, bro. He asks, if we're getting Rock v Roman at WrestleMania, when would be the best time for The Rock to return to build the match properly?
In Mania.
Royal Rumble.
It's still early.
In Mania.
Royal Rumble.
It's still very early.
In Mania.
Royal Rumble.
What do you mean? Do you mean actually that to build?
To
as
build
in,
the match.
When
Oh,
should
to
it
build
come?
a match.
Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
He's one of the entrants. One of the entrants. He comes out.
What, to win?
Oh, I don't even want to see
No,
that.
not to win.
winning
not
the
to
Rumble.
win.
No,
Nah.
you see how
The night after Rumble.
No, but I don't want it to. Okay,
No,
so
but
you want to
wait,
get the promos
wait,
back
wait,
and
wait,
forth
no.
and that, yeah?
But
Oh, so you just wanted to turn up at WrestleMania?
That's dead.
Boom.
And challenge Roman.
Why is that dead?
That's
Why is
dead.
that dead?
They need to sell. They need to sell tickets.
You can't build Rock and Roman with no.
Fam, people will be chilling at fucking what's it called? Macy's. Because they couldn't get into WrestleMania. And they'll now see it live on their phone. They'll be like, oh shit! I missed it.
You know what? I just like the element of surprise, but you're right.
No, for certain things you don't need element of
No,
surprise.
but here's the thing though. You kind of have to do Rock at Royal Rumble because Roman's got both titles. You can't do a feud where he's feuding someone for the other title.
Yeah,
He's got it has to be Royal Rumble or something.
As in where the build starts.
Yeah.
Because deep after Roman was the Elimination Chamber, so that's a nice solid 2 months to.
Because
to do this.
unless you take away a title from Roman until then, we're going to assume there's going to be for both titles, right?
Of course.
They have to take a title off him.
That's take a title, yeah.
They really need to sort that out, man. They need to
I don't
sort
think
it
they should
out.
do it for a title though. That's dead.
They
shouldn't do it for a title.
I'm still very.
Rock Roman for the title.
That's dead.
They will do
They
it.
will do
Yeah,
it,
they
but-
will do
So
it.
what's the point then? Justice, who's the better Samoan? I don't understand. Who's the best mixed Samoan in the family?
Who is the head of the table?
But you know what?
He's half Italian.
Oh,
He's half white. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Who is
Look
the
at his hair. Look at his face. Look how good looking he is.
Oh, no, yeah.
Look good. Not to say the rest are ugly. Because the whole family are good looking. But this one, he's model like. Fam, cut above the rest, man. Pause. No homo.
Yeah, come on, man.
Good looking guy, man.
Yeah, come on.
Next question from our guy, Mr. Frimpong. Do you think the term GOAT has lost its meaning?
Yes.
Though it's subjective, it seems everyone is a GOAT nowadays.
But then again, it's
No, but it could be multiple. The thing is about the GOAT, yeah. It's like, cool. I think everyone's GOAT is subjective, but it's like, cool. In different sports, for example, people say Mayweather's the GOAT, people say Ali's the GOAT, people say Tyson's the GOAT. It's like different. There could be different GOATs of different eras.
But you can
Yeah,
split
that
into
can
eras.
make
You can
sense.
split into like weight classes.
Yeah, you
I
can
think-
split it differently.
I think what Frimpong's getting at is that he feels like the word GOAT has been thrown around freely.
Which
So-
it is.
So man,
Like,
so
someone
man,
will say-
man will bang a
someone
goal.
will say-
So it's not too deep here. So man will bang. So say, give me. I'm not trying to mock man here. Say, give me someone.
Saka. And someone will say he's a GOAT.
No, but Saka.
Saka's not.
No, but that's an
that's-
example.
yeah,
It's an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's had a good game. He's had one good
He's an
game.
Arsenal fan. That's how you get started.
No.
I'm an Arsenal fan, bro.
I'm thinking more of a striker,
I've
innit?
got the pink top today
I'm
as
thinking
well.
more of a striker, innit? I was thinking more of a striker, innit? But yeah, Saka's a good example.
Yeah.
Saka will have one good game. Oh, he's a GOAT. He's the
Yeah,
GOAT.
he's the GOAT.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Next game is shit.
That's
You know
why
what I
the
mean?
sports fans, they live on hyperbole.
So
Yeah.
it's like what, like it's a spur of the moment sort of thing
But
for me now.
I do think they're like, of course, everyone has their own GOAT in it, but I do think there can be multiple, like, great, like, the GOAT conversation is a conversation. It can be multiple people inhabiting the same way we do with sports, fam. Because it's like, bro, like, Ronaldo, Messi, R9 inhabit GOAT conversations. Like, if you say they're GOAT, like, say, I just said boxing, Ali, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Ali, Tyson, Floyd,
Foreman.
do you know what I'm saying? They all inhabit GOAT, so I don't think, like, the GOAT should only be restricted to, like, obviously, to one person. Everyone has their own, but I feel like the conversation should include bare people. But I do agree.
I get what you mean, because I think GOAT should be kind of categorized to one person eventually in the end. Someone
Yeah, if you're having an
who
overall
we all
debate.
agree that, okay, this guy's a GOAT. Not
we'll never
personally,
agree.
your actual
We'll never
GOAT.
agree.
We'll never agree.
I think so. What Sam's saying is correct. The term is thrown around a lot these days. Maybe we just need to start sticking it on people every time we hear it. Oh, this person's the GOAT.
But that's not
GOAT of what?
Okay, yeah.
In
Oh,
what?
oh,
What
okay,
makes him a
okay.
GOAT?
What makes him a
What's
GOAT?
the criteria for a
GOAT
GOAT?
You see what I
basically
mean?
means you are the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
That
but
means
then like
of all
NK
times,
saying,
you're the Don Dada.
but then like NK saying, you could split into whatever. What are they the GOAT of?
Promos.
Like of all time,
Wrestling,
yes, but of
Of
what?
what?
Like, what makes them the GOAT? Like,
What
what's the
makes them the
criteria?
GOAT?
Okay, yeah.
Explain.
Okay, in terms of wrestling, I think we could definitely do that. But then when you're talking about other sports, you can't, because only one sport is categorized in one way. Man can't say Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer of all time because what he can cut good speeches.
But somebody will say Ali, another person say Mayweather.
Yeah, but that's that's.
But then again, also
I get it though, because
generation-
because that's two different weights.
Generation-
innit?
But some people say Mike Tyson, Ali.
But,
Yeah,
gener-
100%.
but generations also play a part in that.
Yeah.
So the greatest boxer of our of our generation is who?
Fury.
There you go.
Or Canelo.
If I asked my dad that, my dad probably say a thingy.
But you know why?
Tyson
But the thing
Tyson
is,
or Nelson
but
Zuma.
you know why?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's the boxing styles as well. You have to look at as well.
Because-
So their boxing style, Mayweather's boxing style can be in any way. You put Mayweather as a heavyweight, that boxing style, it's not happening.
But
You're not
the fact-
beating Mayweather.
But
if
you
he-
see,
if
but
he
the
puts
fact that you're
thing.
going into detail about things shows that the conversation.
conversation.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
You will never ever agree on one. Fam, at one point, people would be saying Pele was the greatest player of all time.
Yeah,
But
like,
I was looking now, bro, you can't compare the two.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
deep it. Like when all of us are a certain age and there's new players out there, bro, people are gonna be like, this player's better than Messi or Ronaldo.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
But that's gonna happen. No, what I've seen.
But here's the thing, though. In terms of athletics, then you can say Bolt's the fastest sprinter of all time. He's a GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
one
you
better
can.
because records have been beaten. So that's why you can
this
say.
is where it becomes. This is where it becomes political. So now when we're talking about music, and people say, "Oh, the GOAT rapper,"
Subjective. That's all subjective.
that one there hurts.
You can
because
look at things
no,
like
but it's
album
subjective.
sales
So
and
who's
stuff
your
like
goat-
that.
who's your goat rapper?
but-
Just one person.
My favorite rapper of all time.
You're a GOAT. No, there's favorite and there's GOAT rapper.
Got rapper of all time.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. It's actually very hard.
I could-
I say
yeah,
Kendrick for me. I say Kendrick.
I couldn't.
Jesus.
I
Because
couldn't
even
say
Jimmy put a TikTok on it to I think it was either today or yesterday. Who's the greatest rapper of all time? And his criteria was more so a rapper that can do every style of rap, and is also making hits as well. He said Biggie.
Yeah,
I can't argue
Biggie
against
as well.
that.
Biggie, okay.
Biggie
I
as
can't
well.
argue
No,
against
I
that.
agree as well.
But if
Biggie as
somebody
well.
was to come and tell me Kanye, I wouldn't argue with that.
I wouldn't
either.
argue with
I
that.
would
You know what
argue
I'm saying?
with that.
Like,
Would you argue Kendrick?
I'd put Kendrick in there. I don't.
You see,
He's my favorite, but I
You
don't. I wouldn't
see
put him
what I
as
even
the
say
greatest
Kanye
ever.
rapper
though?
as
I
well.
think we're gonna get to another debate. The reason I say Kanye though, because he can produce, he can do everything, fam.
But you know what I'm
Man
saying?
can
But
actually
this
But
is
do
then
everything.
that depends on your definition of what you classify
Yeah,
as a great rapper.
and then
Yeah.
also with GOAT conversations as well, like we said, like music, even with wrestling something like we all look at wrestling in our own different ways. Innit? Some
way,
people
yeah.
prioritize like
Characters,
gimmicks. Some people prioritize
Matches.
like matches. You know what I'm saying?
In-ring
So
style.
our criteria is different, and we can debate with even if we shorten and debate within a criteria. Let's say I say best promo of all time. Some man will bring up I don't know man.
Pipe bomb.
Some man bring up Dusty
Dusty
Rhodes.
Rhodes, yeah.
Some man bring up The Rock. Some
Ric
man bring
Flair,
up. You know what I'm
Rock,
saying?
Rock, Rock, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Do you know what I
it's
mean?
always going to be a thing. I just think that the
It's what you
GOAT-
like, innit?
I just think maybe with GOATs, be more specific and do a criteria. But even if you do a criteria, you're not going to eliminate bare names.
I think goats have to be, like you said, it can't just be of a random thing. It has to be of a certain caliber of whoever.
Yeah, you can't come and tell me that Warhorse is your GOAT. That's
No, like-
That's silly.
I'll have to,
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah.
question
That's
you.
silly. That's
Like, if you
silly.
can tell me that you're GOAT and you can give me reasons why, and
Why?
the stats that back up, I'm like, you
Yeah,
know what?
yeah.
Fair enough, I'm not going to argue against you. But if you're coming to tell me, yeah, Warhorse is my GOAT, then I'm going to look at you a bit funny, like, maybe what wrestling are you watching?
if you asked another, if there was a random person here and they asked them, "Oh, who's your GOAT of football?" and they said Ibrahimovic, would you argue with him?
No, because
No.
Zlatan. No,
You argue him, why?
Zlatan has scored.
What's he done?
Zlatan has almost been top scorer
No,
in every single team that he's been in.
Zlatan's won the league. Apart from Manchester United, he's won the league in
Every
every
single
league
club.
he's played in.
And it's probably been
the thing
almost
is-
top scorer in
but the
every
thing
single
is,
club
in
he's
this
been in.
era, the reason I'd argue Zlatan because I'll be like,
It's not
even
his
if
era.
you
It's not
look
his
at-
era no more. He's done. He's
No,
done.
but Zlatan's in the
but
in the
if somebody
crackers
says
and that.
Zlatan to me, but I'm like, in the same era as Messi and Ronaldo, that's the guy.
No, but that's not even.
Yeah,
his
yeah.
era. But that's
Like,
it's
No, but
technically
slightly
he's
is,
not.
slightly is.
Technically, that's not his era,
Slightly
you know.
is.
He's not my goal, and he's not. I don't
But think
agree.
about
I would
it now, in this
argue
era,
it, but
Messi and Ronaldo are not really the goats right now.
No, I'm talking about
2022, Messi and Ronaldo are not doing bits.
No. I'm saying if you tell me Zlatan and Zlatan played in the same time
when
period
these
as
days-
Messi
yeah,
and
yeah.
Ronaldo, I'm gonna argue with you.
Okay,
'Cause I'm
no,
like,
no,
you're
no,
correct.
no,
You're correct to
Goats
argue.
exist.
You're correct. And like I said, I would do the exact same. But he is. If you're gonna say these two men are the goats in Ronaldo and Messi, then he is in the next tier down.
Fine,
yeah.
He's
of
elite.
everyone.
Fine,
He's
so
definitely
that's
elite.
fine.
He's
definitely
in that
elite.
conversation.
He's definitely
But
elite.
you're
Because
right. He's not the
remember-
answer.
He's definitely with the Iron Robbins and
Because
the
remember,
Ribberies.
let's bring up greatest of all time. So if you're comparing, if you're putting him in an all-time conversation, that means you're comparing
Yeah,
him to
he's-
Maradona, Pele.
He's not
Yeah,
there.
you can though.
Not Ibrahimovic.
You can't,
bro.
Not Ibrahimovic.
No, you
Ibra!
can't. You can't.
Maradona.
No, not Maradona, but he.
But this is the same as wrestling. There's going to be wrestlers
but you
that
can
people
though.
put in their goats,
Yeah.
but then there's going to be wrestlers that are tier
What can you
below
blast
those.
me for? What
Like
can you blast
CM
me
Punk
for?
is not a
that?
goat.
What can you blast me for?
Sorry.
What do you mean?
If I put
AJ
one name,
Styles a goat.
if I put some person
But you
in
put him in
the
the
go,
greatest promos of all time, so you
what would you
categorise
blast me
for a
for?
promo.
So if I now said, "Oh, Don't the
CM
Clown,"
Punk.
Yeah,
Don't
got
blast
you.
me. As one of your
Got your
goats.
ass.
yeah, would you
Got
blast me?
your
As your
ass.
goats.
Yeah, would you
Got
blast me?
him.
As one of your greatest of all time.
Yeah, would you blast me?
in the era that he came out of?
Yeah, would you blast me?
Of course I'll blast you, but at the same time,
What,
if
for
you
who?
put him as your favourite,
For who?
for Doink the Clown, it's the same as the
No,
football
Don't the
conversation.
Clown's not, bro.
Yeah,
He-
Don't the
he-
Clown.
If you now said he's one of my favourite wrestlers, I'll compare.
If
If
you
I now
said
gimmick, if I said
if you
gimmick.
said GOAT,
GOAT,
yeah, he's
GOAT,
one of the
gimmicks.
GOAT gimmicks, or he's one of the GOAT comedy
Doink
wrestlers.
is not a goat.
No,
No,
No, because
no.
Evil Doink, I would say.
Yeah, heel
Doink in ECW, I would say, as arguably can be argued, maybe a GOAT.
Okay.
Not even GOAT.
A GOAT comedy character.
I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. The thing is, see, when it comes to the whole GOAT conversation, if you can give me reasons why they're part of your GOATs,
I can understand
I
your
will listen.
perspective.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you can present me facts. I'm gonna present. I'm so sorry. I hear this is why this person's your favorite. I can hear why this person's one of your favorites. Maybe put them as your favorite, but as GOAT, I'm
know
so
what?
sorry. Don't act like him. It's not that.
No, do you know why wrestling's hard, yeah? And the reason why it's hard, because we're using sports, and sports you have signifiers like champion. But wrestling, it's like, bruv, like, there are Mandem who haven't won championships, but Mandem who have. It's like, for example, Roddy Piper is like considered people's GOAT, right? Some people's GOAT.
Yeah.
Promo
wise,
and how to...
but then if you put him against other man that who's a
But you know what? I'll tell you. But let me tell you something right now, though. You put the top 10 all GOATs though. I don't think Piper's there.
No, but I'm saying
they're not really putting Piper there.
I'm basically
I will
saying
disagree.
What?
That
terms of
Piper...
what?
That Piper isn't a top 10 GOAT in wrestling of all time.
No, I won't be
wrestling.
surprised.
I don't think he's
No, I was just using an argument to say
I wouldn't even put
wrestling's
Undertaker
tricky
there. Fuck
because even if you say accolades like titles, they're all gimmicked. So it's not like they've. Oh, you can say they've earned it, but it's not earned it. A booker said you're winning the title. So it's like with GOATs, it's like you have to do things like that are subjective,
No,
like
but
impact.
for someone
like,
to-
and an impact is even subjective because like. Okay, a moment could have hit for the rest of the crowd. If it don't hit for you, it's not going to hit for you.
Yeah, but someone to
Do you know what I'm
get
saying?
booked-
But in football, a goal is a goal. If you
this
like
is
the
what-
goal,
you see
or
when I was
not,
doing
it's a
the
goal.
Yeah.
You see when I was doing Break It Down, which is gonna come to this channel very soon. This is what I was trying to achieve. Like, okay, we put wrestlers into 4 categories: legacy, whatever it was, promo, aesthetic, and just see, who do we
you were
rank
doing that with
above
Skillet
who?
and
Yeah,
Gigi and that, yeah,
who do
I've
we
done that
rank
a couple
above
times.
who? Because otherwise, this is just it's an
gonna be
endless
an endless
conversation.
conversation.
Like,
And that's why I think Break It Down work because you can clearly grade people on
The thing is
things.
with wrestling fans, we have to categorize who is actually a GOAT. And it's like, because we, in our own opinions, we all think this person is a GOAT. But on the general consensus, who is the GOAT? Like in football, in this era, we know there are 2 GOATs. No one's better.
yeah.
It has to be for wrestling. So as mad as it is, it will be an endless argument. Man will be
you know
gripping each
what-
other
but
on the
do you
wall.
know why
but
that's for wrestling?
it will be done.
As of now, we'll never ever get to the point of the greatest wrestler of all time.
We won't.
As of now, there's only 2, maybe 4. The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena, Hulk Hogan.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's that.
That's
That's
the
a
truth.
success, right?
That's the
And
truth.
yeah,
Maybe
and
maybe
even
Flair.
even
Maybe
with you
Flair,
saying
maybe
that,
Flair, maybe Flair,
and even with you
maybe
saying that,
Flair.
man, are pulling their hair out right now.
Oh, come on, why do you say
Bro,
Flair?
of course I'm
Why do
pulling
you
my
say
hair
Larry
out.
Zbyszko?
Yeah.
Why do you-
That's how it goes.
You know me.
That's why I've got conversations, yeah. Just if you're gonna say if you're gonna say GOAT, preface it. You have to preface it because it's like cool because it'll just get techie because then we'll just get names competing against each other that don't make sense. You'll get names.
Don't the club.
You'll just get names
Great
competing.
scheme.
But for example,
I just throw it out there.
No, if you said it's your fave, I'm not gonna ever dispute that because I see why you like him.
Respect it.
But if you now say, would you just put Doink?
No,
if I say Doink's part of my
no,
GOATs,
no.
I'm gonna look at you like, bro, like,
don't say my top
what's
5
what's going on when you decided to have that conversation?
Don't
okay.
even top 10. It's not even top 20.
So it's like, and also as well, like when we have conversations as well, it's like somebody says Undertaker's their GOAT, yeah, cool, I get it, but then you can't be comparing him to like
Spike Dudley.
I don't, somewhat, it just don't make.
Certain man will say Val Venus. Are they?
But they're
No,
on,
but for example-
but obviously we all know they're on fucking crack. If they're gonna do that. We all fucking know that anyway. Let's not even get into that. You know what I mean? The Budgie.
Okay, for example,
you know,
I'll use this one, yeah. For example, I'll use 2 current ones. CM Punk's considered some
don't
people's
put
GOAT.
Undertaker there. Just
No,
put
CM
someone
Punk's
else.
considered some people's GOAT because of his promos.
Yeah.
If I was like CM Punk or Kenny, they do 2 different things.
Thank you.
They do 2. Do you know what I'm saying? They do 2 different things, so I'll categorize them differently. Do you know what I'm saying? They do 2 completely different things. I'm not comparing a big man to a rare.
I think with all of us, as a collective, when we do mention GOAT stuff, we always mention it in like in terms of like an ability they've got.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here has
A
ever
category,
said.
that's exactly
I don't
it.
think anyone in this podcast has ever come and said this guy's the GOAT. Shut up.
Yeah.
No one talk.
Yeah.
But we said this guy's the GOAT
Joker's
of.
the GOAT.
Yeah.
I always say it.
No, but we know why he's the GOAT. You said it. He's
Yeah.
the GOAT because he puts on good matches, stellar matches every single time.
everything.
Yeah,
That's
character,
everything.
everything.
You know what I mean? So if one of us were now to come
He's
and say,
well-rounded.
yeah, even look, we
person's the
spent
GOAT,
flipping 3 episodes on Kenny Omega finding out why he's the GOAT. Okada why he's the GOAT, and do you get what I mean? We break it down. So when it comes to this podcast, we're educated folks. So
Yeah, everyone. I wouldn't say anyone's come out with an outlandish.
yeah, no one said nothing mad.
no.
Has anyone said anything
to
mad?
be honest.
Oh,
I wouldn't say so.
okay. Let me do this. Go judge you.
Oh, wow.
Who is somebody that's considered like a GOAT? Like maybe you heard their name in conversations and you just like, I don't get it.
Not anymore. I can't think of anyone else.
I don't know why I keep on saying
That
CM
I
Punk just
don't
popped into my
get.
head, but I get it now. I get it
I
now.
can't think of anyone else no more.
As in they're considered GOATs or they're just well revered.
Okay, let's say well revered.
Lex Luger.
Oh,
I'll tell you what,
That one doesn't even cross my mind.
you know what?
Doesn't even
Can I-
cross
can
my
I
mind.
say-
In NWA, in WCW, like prior to joining
You know
WWE,
what is? You know what
he
is?
was alright in it.
You know
but
what
after that,
is?
he's
You know
shit.
what is? Luger. No.
Doesn't even
Luger
cross my
was
mind.
shit.
Luger's shit.
Luger in '96 was the top gun in WWE.
Doesn't even
Top,
cross my
top,
mind.
top,
Doesn't
top.
even cross my
Okay,
mind.
It wasn't even over.
Okay,
like
wait,
that.
Del,
Luke in WWE.
Okay, Del.
Luger was very over. Luger was very
As
over.
a narcissist.
As the narcissist.
No, Luger was an
96.
American hero. Luger.
That was not narcissist.
No, no.
That
It
was
was
not
narcissist.
narcissist.
Narcissist and American Luger.
American hero
Luger
Luger was
yeah,
so
then-
over.
That-
No, but
to
I don't
the
think
point-
he was
to the point
over.
where he was
Him and
losing
Bret
and he was
Hart,
getting lifted by
him
the
and Bret
wrestler.
Hart in the Royal Rumble
Wait,
fell out
Del,
together.
Del.
It was too over. Luger was too over.
He's shit.
Not
Wait,
bad.
wait,
Del,
shit.
why
He
they?
was so
Let's ask him.
over.
Wait,
So
Why do you
over.
think Luger shit? Like what shit about
In
him?
terms of wrestling, he's crap. His promos are crap. He's just all brawn. That's it.
He looked good. He looked good
For
at the
me,
time.
it looked good.
So,
He looked good.
so
For someone-
for Luger, then it was presentation then.
Presentation, yeah. They got presentation. Look, it was this. Hulk Hogan was leaving. They had to give Hulk Hogan's
next
presentation
guy.
to someone else, which is
Luger.
Luger. And it looked nice, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Personally,
It
It worked for a period, though. It worked for a very long. It worked for.
I don't know
I'm telling
where.
you.
I don't
When do you feel like they're bringing Bret Hart? People were for Bret Hart more than him.
Yeah.
I never bought into that guy.
I don't know because that's when the president had to come into the ring, jack down, whatever, to do. I don't
He
know.
doesn't like
Luger
someone
was
I go
very,
back
very
to. I don't
over.
like big-
Luger was
Yeah,
squashing
yeah,
man and
yeah.
superstars, and no, it was. I don't
Okay,
know.
like that,
When
when
I was
WCW
watching Luger in WWF, and my dad's giving me
Yeah, I remember,
all the
remember.
cassettes and that.
And he was
Very
squashing man.
over. It was
squashing man,
ridiculous.
but yeah.
It was.
He had a four. He had a four.
In W- bro,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
more over in WCW when he was teaming up with Sting and feuding with Sting
Yeah,
than
that
he
was
was in
sick.
WWE.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was sick.
And he wrestled better
That was
matches
sick,
as well.
yeah, that was
When he
sick.
came to
Okay, yeah,
WWE,
yeah,
When
yeah,
I
yeah,
found out who
yeah,
was in
yeah.
NWO, innit? When I found out who was in NWO, that was sick.
And that was
Not
because
even
of the,
before that, before he joined WWE, but when he now came back to WCW, I can't lie.
As
man.
as
Just
NWO.
steroids,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah. No, no,
steroids.
it's right,
Oh,
like,
fell
fell
sorry,
off.
man.
Wait. He went to WCW and he came back to WWE. They went back.
no, he
So he was
did.
in WCW, NWA, WCW.
Yeah.
Then he went to WWE.
Yeah, then-
and then obviously he left after.
Yeah, and he went to WWE. Yeah, sorry to say. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He went back with Miss Elizabeth.
I just remember Luger was
he's
very.
fried,
I remember Luger was very over at a certain point in WWE, and it was ridiculous. It was
Possibly, I
ridiculous, bro.
Fair enough.
He was over when he went back to
WWE
WWE when he was
magazines,
in
everything,
the mall.
bro.
The more. Ah, that was sick.
he's-
That was sick.
he's
That
like-
was
yeah,
sick.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was sick. Yeah, that was
But
sick.
yeah, Lex Luger. What about you?
No, well
Can't think of
revered. I don't get. Because most people I get, I might not like it, but I get it. Like Hogan, I get it. Of course, I also like it. But I don't get. Bloody hell.
I can't think of
It's
anything.
For me, it's very cut and dry.
Yeah.
I'm very cut and
Let me
dry.
even try and say a
You mentioned all them
controversial take.
people,
Warhorse. Someone
could never be anyone's good.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't
No, but
get
he's
that.
well revered online, and I honestly don't get it.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
when I've seen matches, I'm thinking, okay, they came out to, and people were like, yeah, he has to be
Okay.
an open challenge.
You know what?
When he came off for Cody, I saw the match.
This
This
is going to sound
This is what you lot are to go and watch.
I think Kevin Nash is over fucking rated.
No.
Kevin Nash.
Diesel's overrated.
I
Diesel.
don't think he was that
Diesel.
rated.
Sit back,
Kevin
hold on,
Nash.
sit back.
Overrated.
First and foremost, no one ever talks about Diesel like that.
Yeah.
Don't
No one,
really
no
talk
one.
about
Diesel,
Diesel like that.
no.
Okay,
People,
fine.
Diesel did the job,
Yeah.
and he went home.
Fine.
He only left
Took
his
his
house
bread
to
and
work
went, yeah.
and go home.
fine.
That's
Yeah,
one thing I respect
yeah.
about him.
Fine,
He keeps
yeah,
his mouth.
fine.
Have you heard anything bad about Diesel ever?
No.
Yeah. It's
Fine.
true.
And he stuck up for talent in the back. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just said that randomly to just.
He's not upper echelon like that.
I'm
So
gonna show my. This is a New Japan one. I like Tama Tonga's fine, but the way people love Tama Tonga, I just don't.
I think his wrestling style.
Tamatonga in a company that obviously a lot of people, especially on our side of the world, don't understand Japanese. He's a character guy,
Yeah.
First.
and that's why people
Fair.
take to him.
First.
And I think
They
that's
think the
literally what it
wrestling
is.
ability also.
No,
He's okay.
He's
alright.
fine,
He's-
but
yeah,
he's
he's
not.
nothing special.
He's for me, like when I first started watching him, it might just like this is just a slim.
Bro, no,
Roman
but
Reigns.
Yeah, no, but
but
I would argue Roman is better than him.
no, he
No,
is.
no,
But
bro.
it's not arguing. He is.
So yeah, I
He
don't
is.
really.
I'll even say I think Tango Loa is a better wrestler than him.
His brother, yeah.
His brother's a
I
better
haven't seen
wrestler.
Tango
Yeah,
Loa
yeah.
yet.
Nicolao, he's a bit.
Nicoleo's not bad. He's
food.
His
He's
brother's
food.
better
He's
than him.
food.
That's
He's
true.
just
But like, no, the way people,
Sometimes I think he's me.
the way people though, because when I
His
first-
character.
His character.
Yeah, his character, yeah.
He's all character. Yeah.
His character.
people talk about he's so smooth, and I'm like, he's good, isn't it? But like people love Tama. about
What
his
he does in the
character.
ring, he does it with like a certain swagger,
Yeah.
which is
And
it
he's
makes
been
it
in the company
neat.
for time as well,
Like,
so,
Yeah.
you know what I
yeah.
mean? He's a fan favorite.
Yeah, fair enough, innit?
Yeah.
No.
Any more cues?
Oh yeah, bro, we've got a couple. Next question from our guy Darren. He asked if Bray Wyatt were to return to WWE, book how you'd want his initial run to go.
Abolish the bomber clock feed. I'm tired. I don't want the
reckon?
So then
I
what else
don't
can we
the
get then?
feed.
I love the Fiend.
Coach, man.
I love the Fiend as well. Shout out your merch. I've been shouting out your
don't
merch
like
all
the
episode.
Fiend.
I
love the
the
Fiend.
Fiend.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
was
Same
booked.
I think the Fiend can be done properly now.
You know, let me tell you this: the Fiend was booked horribly,
Horribly,
right?
yeah.
He was booked horribly, but what I love about it, just the presentation, the aesthetic, the
was
look
sick,
of
yeah.
everything they
It was
had.
scary. It was scary.
Everything they
Everything,
had, and then they
everything.
just in his booking, they just rubbished
They
it.
fucked
like-
My
him
problem
over.
with the feed is, of course, you got a book man that's dominant, yeah. But like, I genuinely, do you see with dominant wrestlers, I like sometimes you like seeing dominance, but even the Fiend, when watching his matches, I understand the matches. I don't expect work rate, but like the matches weren't even entertaining to me. They weren't even entertaining from like, oh my god, like he's thrashing. I was just like, bro, theatric.
Because NK, that's not your style.
No,
that's more
no.
my style.
No,
I
but-
like that theatric stuff.
No,
you don't have
but
to
I'm
do
not-
much
No, I'm
to
not
make
saying-
something
I'm not
effective.
But at the same time, if we're honest with ourselves, Bray Wyatt isn't the most entertaining of
Wrestler.
wrestlers.
But I've enjoyed Bray Wyatt matches
No,
before, though.
what Bray Wyatt's
I
good
can't
at
say I
is
ever
in a
have.
group.
I've enjoyed Bray.
Bray Wyatt can capitalize when he's in a group, when he's the leader, when he's a guy in charge. Doesn't do much. His henchman does the stuff for him and he does the final blow. That's when you say Wyatt, cool. When he does the Fiend, he doesn't do much, bro. But it's certain attributes to his character. You punch him in the face, he looks at you. You think, whoa. He does certain things. You don't need to do too much, bro. He
So
doesn't have to
deep,
do too
obviously,
much.
with this whole thing was there was two personalities going on. So
Bray
you had Bray Wyatt and you had the Fiend,
Yeah.
which I think was flipping sick because Bray Wyatt was very happy, but when he gets to the last minute of the match, he turns up and you see glimpses of this guy here. One thing I liked about the Fiend was that everything was always scary. Something was always scary out of it. Even the whole backstage stuff was very like airy and
was
very
gloomy.
like, what the hell was happening here? Do you know what I mean? Which I think is missing from WWE right now.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
why,
Judgment Day is not Judgment
I
Day.
agree.
The
They
reason why, yeah, when I say I loved like Wyatt family,
Yeah,
Bray,
that was
because
sick.
Yeah,
the
same.
reason why I love Wyatt family.
It was
Bray,
real. It felt
because
real.
Exactly, but that's where for me the fear came from. Oh no, this is like cultish manipulation.
yeah.
It didn't feel like.
Like Charles Manson
Like,
stuff.
gimmick.
It didn't feel, and
Gimmicks.
do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It feels like with the Fiend, yeah, and maybe this just the difference in like perspective. It just felt bare MCU-ish, bruv. It just felt like, bruv,
Oh,
I'm
the
watching
universe, yeah.
alternate movie. Like, bro, I don't buy this guy.
Again, that's what we know. That's what Bray's into, the whole film and that, and we know that's what WWE's probably into, creating these superhero kind
For
of
me,
guys.
I like
medium,
him. For me, I
and
like
and
him.
we
I
probably
like it.
and we can probably know if the Fiend was to come back, it would be done a lot better.
Oh, under
the
Triple H?
The
Yeah.
immediate thing is, if the Fiend was to come back, you forget about the championship.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, leave that alone.
Don't let him touch that.
Yeah, just have feuds with guys away from the championship completely. Because the
For-
minute
for
that
a few months.
listen,
he doesn't need to-
years. If they're gonna go with Fiend, there has to be years. Because the minute the Fiend wins the championship,
It's done.
if he loses it,
It's done.
that has to be the end of it.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Because he's a supernatural character.
You know what? Go on.
Like, so I don't mind him winning it, but it has to be at the end of his run as the Fiend.
He should be tormenting people. He should
Yeah.
be like
Yeah,
stalking
that's his
people.
bag.
Yeah, and
And
be
like,
weird.
like some psychotic, like I'm going to torture you.
Punishment. Yeah.
If he wins the championship, it has to be at the end of the run, and then that's the end of the Fiend. When he loses it, that's the end of the
Someone has
Fiend.
to say, someone has to come
So it's
with
almost like
holy
a
water
myth and
and pour it on
legacy
his
at
head,
the end.
fam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
saying.
because otherwise, the champion, the character, it's like this is the whole problem with him now. He won the championship, he lost the championship, he won it again. It's like,
who did Undertaker lose his first championship to?
He lost it to Hogan. But this is
Oh, that was different. That was
but this is what I'm
different.
trying to say.
That was payback.
But obviously, Taker's character still, because I'm always trying to compare the two. I was trying to compare it and say like he could go for the title.
But the thing is,
He
Taker-
can,
But
but
you're right.
Taker
but because he's been Bray Wyatt before, that's what can fuck
if
things up.
you want us to believe that this guy is some super natural distant whatever, like yeah, it don't make sense. If he wins the title, he basically has to do what Roman is doing now. And look at the issue with what Roman is doing now. He's cleared everyone. There's no one in sight.
And the thing about Taker, even with Taker was humanized a lot. Taker was like he was
What, in the early 90s?
Bruv, he has a brother. Like Job said, he's human. Like they've humanized his character. Job said.
Do you mean in the very beginning? The very
That's the very beginning.
The difference between Undertaker from when he first came to WWE to when he won his first WWE title, they're two different Undertakers.
They're different people.
They've
humanized him.
Undertaker wasn't wrestling for longer than 3 minutes at one point.
You're right. You're right.
Like Undertaker was like somebody who was normal but dabbled. The Fiend is a demon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The Undertaker is somebody that busts his judge. People that bust judge are normal.
Yeah.
They just bust
So,
judge.
like, a
but
preference
the
of-
Fiend is come from hell.
The Fiend should
He's a
lose.
general
Bray
of
Wyatt
the
can
devil.
lose. I've always said it. I
think what my issue with the Fiend was there was two extremes. It was like the Fiend is either very, very dominant, or he'll just get pummeled like a fucking bitch.
Man was proud of chairs.
Man got
fucking
battered by
sledgehammer,
Goldberg.
bro.
Man was thinking,
bro,
like, how can I be invested in someone you're meant to be this scary person? Like, when you're normal Bray Wyatt, I can probably understand it. You even had the Fiend. But when you're the Fiend that you're getting pummeled by a mere mortal, and Goldberg, he's in his 50s.
Even the way
Come on, man, I can't be invested
You lost a
in you.
title and then stood up
I
after.
can't be invested in you.
Bullshit, bro.
when Reigns came back.
Yeah, and he squashed him like that. I thought,
Yeah, I was pissed off, bro. I didn't like that shit.
I think he should have went straight for Braun and Fiend should just walked out. Not walked out, but should have stayed down on the floor.
But that's the problem with
Just
with
don't
Fiend.
involve him.
Don't
Keep
put
him
the
away
Fiend
from the
in title,
championship.
bruv. The
That's
Fiend-
basically
what-
it.
Like, and the thing is like people like with that realism wrestling. Obviously, titles elevate you. Like people say, "Oh, titles can elevate my family if I'm the face of the company. I've got the championship." What's a demon's concern with a title, bro? What's a demon's concern with a title? What does it mean?
Stream like Kane in 2004.
Interesting.
On Great K was tapped.
Kane was tapped, yeah. Stream like Kane in 2004.
Interesting.
Where he just goes around terrorizing people. You see,
Yeah.
didn't Shane McMahon get thrown into the trash? What was it? Was it like a bin or like a do you remember that?
Like a
It
dump.
was like a furnace.
But then,
Okay, yeah.
Was it Shane McMahon or Shane McMahon threw Kane into it?
But then I asked the question: how sustainable is somebody tormenting someone without like? It's like how sustainable is somebody just going from feud to feud to feud?
For me,
It
for
still
me-
it still
depend-
has a shelf
for me-
life.
for me-
Depending on the
for me,
payoff, depending on the
it's still
payoffs
has a
of all the
I
feuds.
think
then,
for
yeah.
me, it just depends on your right. Like Max was saying, it's the longevity. How long could that Fiend character last? In the sense of, that's what I'm saying. So that's my kind of reply. How long can he keep tormenting until now it's time to go for the the one? I don't think you can torment someone for years.
At some point, you're gonna get bored. Like I've been tormenting everybody.
Tormented the whole
Well,
roster.
what else am I gonna do now?
then-
At some point, you're gonna have to actually go for the title.
But then you're gonna have to do some, and then this is you're gonna have to do some Firefly Funhouse shit where Bray Wyatt takes over, and then Bray Wyatt instead of the Fiend, it's Bray Wyatt now, and then Bray Wyatt as his own man can go for the
I
title.
think it has to be.
Bray has to retire.
Like
his
I
own
said,
Fiend.
the thing with the Undertaker, which works, is
probably how you
because
do
you're
it.
right. He fucking changed his character to American Badass. I don't know how Bray can now convert the Fiend into something else, which is.
I feel like he's gonna have to jump
More
from the
along
Fiends to the
I think he
cultists to the.
should, yeah. I
to
think
the
he
Yeah, he's
should
gonna have to
fun
work. He's
fun
gonna have to
split
work around
issues,
that.
all his split personalities.
But it's
Yeah,
still gonna
come
have to
together,
be.
yeah.
Basically,
what's that thing?
Free
Split,
face.
yeah.
You're gonna have to do free faces.
Free faces.
basically, not exactly, but you got. I say treat the Fiend like Balor treat the demon. Like
Call upon the Fiend when you need it. sort of
Like
thing.
yeah, no, not
Like Foley did when he
Yeah.
called on Catcher's Jack
yeah,
at
like
the very
it has
last
to be
minute
it
against Triple
has to
H.
be like a switch where it's like okay, but unlike Balor, the thing I don't like about Balor with the demon is that the demon and Balor wrestle the exact same way.
Yeah.
There's no other than
There's
pain,
no differentiation.
There's no different. Obviously, with Bray, he's a detail-oriented person. So I think with Bray, if you position it as it's a switch or this is the dark side taking over, but you completely change like you do that, you completely change everything.
Yeah.
I think it works. The Fiend should only be in extreme scenarios. I don't want to see what business does the Fiend have wrestling for the Intercontinental title or something like that.
Makes no
Rubbish.
sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Even when he
No,
changed,
it's right. No, it's true.
when he changed the belt, he changed the belt to his face.
Oh, yeah.
So Triple H last tournament, he's gonna put the Fiend in a title tournament.
Yeah,
For what
yeah,
reason?
No, they can work.
Next week we got the Fiend versus Austin Fury.
Oh.
Find out what happens next.
In round one.
you're right.
In round one, you're pulling out the Fiend.
Oh,
We're in the gutter. We're in the gutter
Fiend
already.
should be a sneaky guy. He should basically be like Repo Man. That's stupid. That's stupid. No. He should basically be like I said.
just
Repo Man. He should be like Ken 2004. Should be like Ken 2004.
You're not ashamed of you saying the
Don't worry about it.
oh man.
What I'm trying to say is he should be able
This
to
is
come and
gold.
start trouble and run out. The way he used to move in it.
Like Ripper Man, yeah.
I don't mind that, man.
You're shameful. Next question is from, I'm not even going to say our guy, because this guy's a troublemaker. Tate Mayfairs.
Oh, swear down, he dropped a question.
Man like Tate.
Why do these nerds love people like Crowley, Gene Money, and Effie, but they don't love me?
This guy's
And why-
salty, man.
And why have you mugs not publicly apologized to me?
Cool. We'll see him tomorrow, so we'll talk to him tomorrow.
Oh, he tweeted something else before.
Is it?
He also tweeted something about on-sighting us.
Huh? On sighting who?
He said, WRESTHINGS, when I see you tomorrow, it's on site.
I will see him tomorrow.
I should reply saying on site, 7 against 1. Sorry, Iron Man.
We'll give him a picture as well. We'll give him a picture as well, innit?
Trust. Tate
What a
Mayfair.
waste, man.
Trust
What
me.
an absolute fucking waste, man. Bro.
Man,
Next question
stealing
from our
belts.
guy Elijah. Big up every single time, bro.
Yes.
How you booking Wardlow into All Out?
Nobody knows.
The trouble I've seen.
That one is.
Who was Wardlow feuding? That
Jay
talk.
Lethal.
That
Saddam Singh
Jay
and
Lethal
Jay
and
Lethal.
it works. It works. It
invested
works.
still.
No, I'm
I'm
invested.
invested,
It
I can't
works.
lie.
It works because
What in
that-
the feud or in Satnam?
because that Great Khali 2.0.
I'm a
Yeah.
Satnam fan, I can't lie.
See the
I
Great
don't,
Khali.
I can't lie. I don't really care about
yeah.
Wardlow that much. I don't really care about Wardlow. Like, he's just, I don't know.
You know what it is?
I'm not really
This is
invested.
bad.
You know
Like,
what
he
it
won
is?
the title.
You know-
and that's
you know
it.
what it is?
Like,
That-
I feel like that belt's cursed.
I don't really care too much
People win the
about.
belt, and I don't care about
No,
them.
I think
The thing is,
as soon
I
as
like-
Cody left, that belt has now disintegrated, man.
Yeah,
What
like,
the hell?
You know
people win
what
the
it
belt, I
is?
don't care, man.
You know what it is? I like that Great Khali 2.0 when
Let's not compare.
no, I'm just saying.
In terms of height or what?
Just height.
No,
Just
he's better
height.
than
Just
him,
height. Just height. Just height. Just height.
So do you like almost then?
Almost is sick.
No, I was asking.
Almost
He said height in this. I'm just asking.
almost is sometimes it's too much.
No, I see me.
Why?
I'm
Okay, cool. I get what you're.
I'm
okay.
consistent.
Too much.
I get what you say too much.
consistent. I don't like none
But
of
he's
these.
trying.
I
He's
don't
trying.
like
It's too
none
much,
of these,
it's too
man.
much, it's too
None
much.
of these 2-7. I don't like none of them.
Almost
I've
needs to go
never
job
liked
centre.
Let me tell you something with a big man, yeah? You don't have to do too
Them
much.
man should be enforcers and
Almost
enforcers
is
only.
doing too much.
Let me know if you speak on Obos
Hey,
because
do you like Giant
It's
Gonzalez?
too much.
Do you like Giant
I
Gonzalez?
didn't like Giant Gonzalez.
I'm just double checking.
I didn't like
chloroform.
Another thing.
No, but I get
too much.
Do you know
It's too
what it
much.
is?
It's
Do you
too
know what
much.
it is?
It's
I
too
get what you say about Almost, but Almost is actually. I actually like Almost.
I can see within time he's gonna get better.
It's
It's
almost-
inevitable.
okay.
It's inevitable.
It's almost threatening.
Almost.
He's had a good run this year.
He's had a
Put
good
him,
run.
put him in the ring with someone, you're shook for the person. From the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, when he's in the ring with someone, I'm shook for the person.
I'm more shocked with Vic.
See,
and I'm
maybe
joking.
it's
I was
just
gonna
my.
say something
I
about
don't
it.
like
I'm
none of
joking.
these
I was gonna say
two
Vic, but it's
unnimble
stupid.
people.
he's gonna say
Even the feud with Bobby Lashley, like he looked like he had a chance to beat
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah, yeah. That, okay, yeah. The one with Bobby, that
There was
looked a
one.
bit.
I think there was one moment in the match I was actually shook for Bobby. When he got to do his finisher.
Look, Almost is done for now. Like Triple H, since what Triple H has been in charge for what now? 4 weeks, maybe
Put him against,
4 or
like,
5 weeks.
what's it called?
He's
Local-
had one
local
squash
comp-
match
local-
against
local
local competitors,
competitors,
Yeah.
and that's backwards because he was doing that last year.
It's
so
hard
what,
to
where's
put
he
Almost
progressed?
in the fray right now. That's what it is. It's hard to put him in the fray right now.
He ain't got. He's not in the picture right
Because
now.
I don't see.
All them big men have disappeared from TV. What's the one? The guy with Jinder Mahal, Shanky.
Shanky.
Where is he?
I
Him
don't
and
know,
Jinder.
yeah.
They're gone.
No,
They're not Triple H's cup of tea.
Vanilla midgets to Ross.
Yeah, but the whole Shanky thing was stupid. The whole dancing thing, I wanted to turn off my TV.
Yeah,
He's right.
so maybe they're gonna have
Vince.
to put them back into NXT and find something and repackage them. I don't know, but right now
They repackaged
they're not
them,
the cup of
Vince,
tea.
though.
Yeah, they're repackaging him.
What's he doing now?
What's he
He's
doing now?
Cora Jade's
manager.
But
Oh,
he's,
yes,
like,
you're right,
he's
yeah.
all in all black and he
The
looks
way
fucking serious.
Baba Tunde's been for a lot, you know. Give me
Nah,
time.
he needed to, man. This one, I think this one's gonna work still.
Yeah, the Commander Aziz was too much. The Nigerian now.
Yeah,
The Commander Aziz thing probably
It could have worked.
killed Apollo Crews a bit
did.
because it makes it too jokey, sort of thing.
What's Apollo Crews doing? Last time I saw him,
NXT's cooking
NXT.
still.
last time I,
He's
what's his gimmick?
He's feuding thing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got
going
a
back to
gimmick.
His
Back to
gimmick.
normal.
It's like a what's it, like a hitman in it?
Equalizer.
Yeah.
I saw the
Oh,
equal-
that video.
that equalizer video pack. That not all vignettes are created equally. That was appalling. What was that?
It was
what kind
bad,
of
it was
Denzel
bad.
Washington rip-off was
It
that,
was
bro?
He's better off speaking pigeon, man. That was
Nah, when they're speaking, I hate that, bro.
I am from Nigeria. He's a fucking idiot, bro.
But who's he feuding now? He's he feuding now?
Now
Bronham, it's not Bronham, was he?
he just beat up that Quinn guy, the Samoan
feuding-
guy.
Oh,
He's
Zion
feuding,
Quinn.
thingy,
Zion
what's that guy
Quinn.
called again? What's that guy called again? To jump, the guy that does the basketball thing and he hits.
And Waller's
Wall-
coming. Yeah, him and
Feuding
Waller I
with
think
him.
probably next
Yeah,
week and
Waller's
stuff.
where's
But anyway, back to Wardlow.
Rubbish.
Yeah, the
Nobody knows.
The thing, that TNT crowd. Do you know what it is?
The
Del
TNT
might be right. As soon as Wardlow leaves that title, I bet he'll start cooking again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That belt for me is just, I don't know.
Remove it.
Yeah.
I think he just needs
Nah,
some.
I'll be cheap, but obviously,
I think
fix
he
the
just-
belt.
Make it.
No, because the thing is, the belt's been shit for so
Make it
long.
important again, man. Make
The
it
belt's
important.
been
Like,
shit
They
since
they
Miro.
need to maybe to
Open
return the
challenges.
prestige of it is to just put it on a wrestler
Put-
and just let them have
swear to God,
matches.
yeah.
make
like-
open challenge. Open.
Bring back open challenge.
yeah.
Bring back
That sort of
open
thing.
challenge.
Just bring a
because
formidable
I swear
opponent for
to-
Wardlow, though, really and
My thing
truthfully.
is,
There's none.
It's too early for
enough.
Wardlow to even be in a feud right now. Just do what Cody did. Just wrestle.
Yeah.
Make this belt the belt that people actually want to see on TV, and make it be like
I think just
the focal
bring-
point of
the focal
wrestling.
point, yeah.
Maybe they need to put the belt on Daniel Garcia or
That's what
Daniel Bryan or something.
That's what I was saying.
They need to
Exactly
put on a.
That's exactly
someone
I
it.
was just about to say, put the belt on Adam Cole. Because the reason why I say put the belt on Adam Cole, because he's a face that people recognize.
People want to
the thing
see
is,
Adam Cole.
They're
won't
gonna
give him-
book Adam Cole every
Yeah,
week.
they ain't gonna give him shit to do.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? Put the
true,
belt,
it's true.
and that's the thing. And
Even Wardlow wearing a suit pisses me off. You're trying to be a fake Batista. Get the fuck out of
He's
here.
always been
he's wearing the suit. He's
always
wearing the
yeah.
suit.
with MJF, yeah.
Knowledge, I'm sorry. not Earl, but the knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm
he's been
sorry.
wearing
No,
the
but
suit
my
still.
thing is that the reason what made the TNT belt like special is because you put on a guy like Cody. Then went from Cody to Brody, and then when it went back to Brody to Cody, well, that rhymes.
I was gonna say that.
NK preach.
When it went back to Cody, it's like you used Cody to elevate a new guy like Darby Allin.
Yeah.
And it's like you've had credible, and I thought Darby Allin's a credible name. It's like, no dish, like you've just gone from, it's called Sammy, the Sammy experiment flopped. And then you put on Scorpio, I have my opinion of Scorpio Sky, but at least at the time, it was too late.
He shouldn't have won it when he
cared.
won it. Yeah.
Nobody cared. I
Should
never
have won it
thought.
last year.
That's facts.
To me, he shouldn't have won it in general. But,
That's
like,
pretty bad.
nah.
Scorpio Sky is probably top 10 in terms.
Yeah.
In terms of work rate.
No, it's I just don't gravitate
You're
to
a
it.
racist, man.
Maybe.
This guy don't like black wrestlers.
Maybe.
No, this guy don't like black wrestlers. None of his goats are black. That's it. They're either Japanese or... He's doing the opposite of TK. They're either Japanese or Mexican or white.
But all my black women, all the black women wrestlers are goats, fam.
I think the thing with Wardlow.
Let's save.
Black women, Sasha Banks, Sasha.
I
Yeah,
think
fam.
one last thing before we move on to the next question. I think the thing with Wardlow is I feel he just needs bigger and stronger competition. Like for me, when I saw that
Will
match
Hobbs
with him,
is there.
When I saw that, there we go. When I saw that match with,
Oh, how do you feel about Hobbs
or
now?
even Keith Lee,
How do you feel about
Will
Hobbs
Hobbs.
now?
his rivalry with Ricky Starks is looking lively.
'Cause I know last year you had a lot of things to say.
Yeah,
about it.
he's not going to be a world champion soon though.
Nah, I can't lie.
But his
I
rivalry-
wasn't
but his rivalry-
keen.
his
This
rivalry with
year,
Ricky
I've-
Starks is looking
Will Hobbs
alright.
has. I've turned the leaf of Will Hobbs this year.
William.
Yeah.
William.
Can't lie, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna lie.
And that spine buster.
It's so clean. It's so
Very
Bro,
nice.
it's prestige still.
I can't lie, even Keith. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keith
I
Lee
don't
is
know
just
about
holding a
Keith Lee
title.
anymore, man. I don't know.
Swerve is the
Swerve.
attraction.
Swerve is the
Swerve is the
attraction.
attraction there.
Swerve.
Keith Lee
Swerve
is
is
just
the
holding a
draw
title,
still.
in my opinion.
Am I mad to say that if Keith Lee were to go back to the E, he'll cook?
Yeah.
Under Triple H.
Facts.
Under H, yeah.
Triple H gave him 2 titles at the same time in one promotion.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
cook,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Under H, of course.
I don't. Well,
No, because H is the blue. For
H has the blueprint.
For most, and here's the thing: for most fans, our introduction to Keith Lee outside of like people
NXT.
saying was NXT.
That's how I found out
So,
Yeah.
like, he's
hate,
gonna go.
hate to push him. I just don't
No,
know
here's the
how
thing.
far it's gonna go.
Things change.
Bro, go
Bro,
for
you remember Survivor Series, bro?
But
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, him and Roman, the
I do
final two.
think this though.
Him and
And that was Vince.
Yeah, that was Vince. Oh,
That
shit.
was, but then Bearcat was Vince as well. But can't forget about that.
fucking
Fam.
ridiculous.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, do you know what it is with Keith? Maybe this is just me doing a bit of leave, I don't know. But he don't look the same to me.
He doesn't.
And I genuinely think it's the sickness.
What, in the ring?
I genuinely think it's because
That's a good point. That's a good point.
oh,
Remember, he was ill.
Bruv,
He
he
was
was
I
mad.
ill.
wasn't talking about. I was talking about in terms of like
No.
how he like.
No, I say like
Wait.
How he like
how he moves.
the Keith Lee that we see in AEW is not the Keith Lee that we see.
But I
So in
genu-
NXT, that's
but
correct.
I genuinely,
Yeah.
But I genuinely think that, like, obviously,
But
though,
he had
presentation,
his health scare, innit?
So presentation and booking is one thing, and that's
That's
valid.
when the presentation
Yeah,
booking is not the same.
That's valid, but I also think just even when I look at Keith Lee, even when he has his moments when he's been put in big matches,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not
He
Keith.
is like a step slower. At
Bruv,
least
he's
a
slow.
step slower. Yeah.
No, I
yeah,
can tell.
it's
Even,
true.
like,
It's
even when I
different.
first saw him, I thought he is moving a bit slower.
Yeah, it's
True,
different.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
different.
Keith will have a kick when
Yeah.
he's running. at
Like,
him.
there's a bit of, and I genuinely think that's due to like the sickness.
You're right. It might be.
I genuinely think that's due to sickness.
But
But
he-
Swerve,
Yeah, so it's it.
Swerve's my guy, bro. We even talk about Hit Row, fam.
Yeah, we spoke about.
I didn't even
They've
care
got a lot
about
of
it.
hate, man.
I didn't
I don't understand.
You know
bro.
why? Do you know why? Because it's.
I'm not a hate. I just don't. I don't get it either.
understand, fam.
I just feel.
Maybe add it to the list of black.
Is that the question?
Maybe add it. I don't get it.
There's two more.
Okay, so.
So the next question is from Lincoln Jack.
Representing.
Representing kills me. Great pod last week, guys. Keep the guests rolling in. My question here is, what would a football 11v11 look
That's
like
a long
if
question.
AW were to go against WWE today?
That's so long, man.
Who would be in goal? Why are you so fixated?
Next week, my bro.
Next week,
yeah,
next week.
bro.
On Sunday, you could talk about it.
Wrestling, our wrestling's not meant to be as long as.
No, talk about it on Sunday. You guys can chat about it. I know he wants to face you for your belt, so talk to him. You didn't bring your belt today, did you?
Bro, it's raining, isn't it? So I said, nah.
Last question is from my girl AJ. Hold it down. Which 5 wrestlers, dead or alive, would you want to come to Battle in the Basement this Sunday and why?
Swerve.
Brock Lesnar.
You man are picking niggas.
No.
Jade Cargill, Electra Lopez, fucking Gigi Dolan, Mandy Rose.
Brock Lesnar.
Fuck the niggas, man. Fuck the men. This opportunity to bring women.
No, wait.
No. I don't want to hear it. You man, I ain't trying to be homophobic. Let's talk about the women that could come. You gotta talk about men. What's going on?
Man's trying to
No.
find the demographic.
The only reason why
No,
Swerve
if
is
it-
because of like the
Okay, thank you guys for coming.
the vibe.
Thank you, man, for coming to Ask Wrestlings, because these men are on
I was
form.
gonna say
No,
Kira
no,
Hogan.
No. You man, you man are moving mad. You man are saying men's names. We don't want to hear men. We don't care if the wrestlers come. We don't want the autograph. If they come to live podcast, fair
No,
enough.
it's not about the
But in the
autograph.
basement,
Who not?
In
I'm
the
thinking
basement.
About, okay, I'm thinking about cool.
In the
That's
basement.
bad.
where the back and Budunskis are. We're not trying to scare women if Brock Lesnar comes.
I didn't say Brock Lesnar.
People, who said Brock Lesnar?
I didn't say
You.
Brock Lesnar.
So for people to think he's a flipping security guard, I
didn't say
beg,
that.
get out of here, man.
So my thing is, Swerve don't scare women. That's why
He doesn't have to be there.
Brock scares women.
Yes.
Brock's a drill. Brock
Brock is scaring the women that we
Black women.
Black women.
Okay.
Country boy.
I don't know.
Country boy, bro.
Country boy. Canada, bro.
Anyways, you might say the rest.
Mama,
I've already
Roman
mentioned.
alligator
Park
boots.
up on Stoke Newton High Street. in his
You might say. Anyways, guys, I've tried to sway the man. They wanna say men's names. You might say the men's names.
They want to say, man.
I said one.
Hey, that vlog that we did.
One is too much.
I put in a group chat, bro. I didn't know Tony Storm was there.
Oh, in
The vlog.
Yeah, NXT UK. Yeah,
I didn't clock. She was there. But yeah.
Willow
She wasn't
Nightingale.
sure. She didn't turn around. That's why.
Love Willow.
Yeah,
Love a bit
Willow
of
Nightingale's another one for me.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale.
Love a
She's
bit.
So now you want to say women now?
I said Kira Hogan.
You
bro.
said fucking Swerve.
I was gonna say
You
Swerve.
said a man's name first.
Ali
Cameron
Catch.
still.
She sees something vibe as well.
Cameron still.
Ali Catch.
Ali Catch.
So wait. Can we not do 2 for
Yeah,
1?
Ali
So
Catch.
No,
obviously
not 2 for
Swerve-
1. We're saying women. This is an opportunity. Ange gave us the through ball, and we missed it 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
I won't
putting the ball
go keep done this.
Put him in a rock hold.
No, you said Ali Catch.
Ali Catch, Sasha Banks,
What's that babe's name?
Matt
I
Riddle.
think I would say
Matt
men.
Riddle.
Fair enough.
Anna
Matt
J.
Riddle.
Of course.
Huh?
Anna J.
Anna J.
Matt Riddle as well.
One thing about Anna J. Why is she just randomly putting people in a sleeple?
I don't know.
get it.
I think she's trying to do thing and it's not working.
They're
bro.
overdoing it. It's a bit much.
It
It's a
looks
bit
like
much.
she's forcing it.
And
Yeah,
she's forcing
she's just switching and like,
Grace,
oh,
Grace,
get man.
Maybe that's the point, but at the same time,
Look,
for
do
me,
you know what
I
it is? Because she's in JAS now, yeah, I think they're trying to
Comedy,
make her,
maybe it's comedy,
they-
sports,
they-
entertainment
they're
shit.
trying to make her
yeah.
do sport, but it's like, it's not, because obviously, all the time, bro, when you're with Matt Menard and, all of them, man, you got to do something, but it's not working.
Yeah,
It does kind of remind me of like when DX came back and Shawn Michaels just super kicking people
Yeah,
backstage.
yeah,
For them.
yeah.
And that was.
That
At the same time, I look at it and it's like, I'm not really entertained by this, but maybe that's the point. They're just trying to
yeah.
accentuate.
No,
their
I
entertainment, innit?
think
She's still new to TV,
I
innit?
think
Maybe
they're trying to
she'll
make her funny, but
learn
she'll
it. Yeah, she'll maybe learn
The
it.
whole sports entertainment thing is funny though. I like it.
Yeah.
JSS.
It's not gonna last long, bro.
Yeah, it's
I don't see the end like where it's meant to go.
No,
Daniel Garcia will leave.
He's
After
cutting.
today, I think he's gone after today. So
Yeah, he's cutting.
I think maybe after the pay-per-view, because if the pay-per-view is going to be Jericho versus Danielson,
Which I'm excited
and
for.
Danielson probably beats
All Out.
Jericho. I think that's what they're
I
setting
think
up.
that's what they're
innit?
setting up.
Then
I can't lie.
then maybe Garcia will start
Bring
thinking,
back the lights.
Garcia
my
on the
leader
pole match.
lost here.
Garcia on the pole match. He's always.
Garcia in the cage.
If Garcia starts looking and seeing my leader just lost to my man, then yeah, I might have to consider my options.
I'm sure
sort
Sami
of thing.
Zayn and Sammy Guevara is gonna egg him on.
Sammy Guevara.
Even quickly back to Raw. Rhea Ripley was looking.
Ripley's a
The
nice
leader,
babe, man.
the leader, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, it's working
I'm
still.
invested.
Bianca was looking.
See when she put Dominic in the queen. Better Queenie.
This guy thinks that
We are still live on air.
I said better Queenie.
Hey yo, yeah man. Ask Wrestlings, man.
That's a long episode, boy.
Yeah, I know, the longest so far. That's it, guys. Keep sending your questions, man. Donate to our coffee as well. And yeah, man. Cool.
Keep buying us water and oxygen.
Let us know you want to see on the podcast, man. I think that's a question we already asked.
Give us some guests.
Yeah.
You guys want to see?
Who do you guys want to see on the podcast?
We don't mind if you say, man. We don't mind.
No comment.
Peace.